Hey there, it's God-given. I didn't pull for Brant because there's so many waifus coming to Wuwa later, and my wallet's not gonna make it through if I pull every unit, so here's a quick guide to Brant. Brant has a mid-air attack chain that you'll always want to utilize over the ground attack chain. It consists of 4 stages. After the first and the second stage, you can hold the attack button to spin on the enemy, dealing damage and filling up the forte gauge. Using Resonance skill on the ground allows you to jump into the air and fills up a bit of the forte gauge. Brant gains 12 attack for each energy regen percent after 150 up to 1560 attack at 280% energy regen. Brant's Resonance Liberation is a nuke which also heals up your team and allows you to fill up the forte gauge twice as fast. The Liberation also makes it so you can get up to 2600 attack instead of 1560 from the forte passive. The forte gauge has 4 thresholds. When you reach each one of them, Brant will heal the entire team. Once the gauge is full, Resonance skill transforms into a huge nuke, which accounts for more than half of Brant's damage output, so make sure to use it when an enemy cannot interrupt the skill. This nuke is considered basic attack damage and shields the team, each character getting their own shield. The outro provides fusion damage and resonance skill damage to the incoming character. The intro skill restores some forte gauge and puts Brant mid-air, allowing him to start with the second attack of the chain immediately, which is important for rotations. When leveling up talents, prioritize the forte circuit first, then basic attacks and resonance liberation, leaving the resonance skill and the intro skill as the last priority. Now let's talk about the rotations themselves. There are a lot of ways to play Brant. He can be a hyper carry, a sub DPS, a support, so covering each playstyle with full team rotations would take a while, and the goal of this guide is to be short and quick. The main thing you need to know about Brant: use the ultimate first in every rotation to fill up the forte gauge faster. Here are a few example rotations. If you have the intro, then intro, resonance liberation, hold attack on stage 2, basic attack on stage 3, enhanced skill, echo, outro. If you don't have the intro, then resonance liberation, hold attack for stage 1 and stage 2, basic attack on stage 3, enhanced skill, echo, outro. These rotations work in any of Brant's playstyles. Only changes to these rotations are who you swap to from Brant and how you build him. Talking about the build, for the weapons, Brant's signature is best in slot and by quite a margin. Camellia's signature is in second place, then come Emerald of Genesis, Chang'Li's signature and Lumen Gloss, and they are not that far away from each other. Overture is also a solid option if you are going for a 4-star weapon. For the echoes, go for Tidebreaking Courage or Molten Rift if you use Brant as a main DPS, going for Tidebreaking Courage only if you can reach the 250% energy regen set requirement. For sub DPS playstyle, you can also play the Moonlit Cloud set if you want Brant to be more of a buffer. For support playstyle, you can use Rejuvenating Glow. Don't forget the most important part, to find a playstyle that you enjoy most and have fun with it. Unless you have god tier echoes or you're running Brant's signature, then Molten Rift will be on par or outperform Tidebreaking Courage set, so keep that in mind when deciding which set to use. Either way, you should prioritize energy regen, crit rate and crit damage on the substats. After that come basic attack damage and attack percent. For main stats, go for energy regen on the 3 costs if you don't overcap on the 280%. If you do, then you can swap one ER echo for fusion damage echo. And obviously, go for attack percent on the 1 costs and crit rate or crit damage on the 4 costs. Lastly, let's go over the teams. Best Brant team as of right now is Chang'Li, Brant, Sanhua. Sanhua is perfect to buff Brant and Brant is perfect to buff Chang'Li, while also dealing tons of damage and sustaining the team through heals and shields. Rochia can also work well instead of Sanhua. Regular supports like Shorekeeper are also good as they can buff both Brant's and Chang'Li's damage. Other team options consist of characters who can utilize Brant's fusion damage or resonance skill damage buffs, some examples being Chisha, Encore, and Carlotta. You can try some other less optimal teams, like a team with Jinshi, or triple DPS teams like Chang'Li, Brant, Liao. You can make almost anything work in Wuthering Waves with some practice. As I always say, just experiment and have fun. Thank you for watching this video. Comment, like, and sub if you enjoyed it. Hope that you guys could actually enjoy it. Sorry for being a broke boy and not being able to showcase Brant properly. I also hope that you enjoy Brant however you decide to build and play him. Wish you luck on your future pulls and see you in the next video.